The rise in energy prices is adding to an already tough financial situation for many people. A record number of Americans are tapping into their retirement savings years ahead of schedule.
Hello and welcome back everyone to my channel. I'm your host Harari Boy, and today we have a topic for you. Essentially we want to go ahead and take a look at why people are dabbing into their 401k. That's for retirement, and why a lot of Americans are feeling forced to do so anyway. So essentially everyone is talking about inflation, expenses, expensive groceries, and housing, high housing costs, correct? But I think we're missing the bigger picture here. The real problem isn't just that things cost more, right? The real problem is it's more about people not having enough financial margin anymore. So one unexpected expense can completely derail their finances. And today I wanted to talk about why that's happening. More importantly, how to make sure it doesn't happen to you.
Alright guys, as some of you may know, I'm a huge Dragon Ball fan. I've been searching all over Netflix to watch Dragon Ball episodes, but unfortunately Netflix here just doesn't have them. But you know which version of Netflix does? Netflix Japan. Some of you might be wondering, how on earth am I accessing Netflix Japan, right? Well, that's where NordVPN comes in. NordVPN is one of the top VPN services out there. It allows you to mask your location and browse securely, which is perfect for protecting your privacy. Plus, NordVPN can basically change your location to anywhere in the world with just a few clicks. So it's just as easy as that. That's how I'm able to access Netflix Japan and binge all of the Dragon Ball episodes that I can fathom. It's not just about watching international shows, however. NordVPN adds an extra layer of security basically as you're browsing, so your personal information stays safe and your online activity remains private. If you want to unlock more content and protect your privacy online, head over to nordvpn.com/harariboy to get over 70% off a 2-year subscription plus 3 months free. And if you don't like it, you can cancel within 30 days and get a money back guarantee. It is worth the peace of mind and extra content you'll have access to.
All right, first things first, you'll hear the headlines, right? Americans have record retirement savings, but be careful. Averages can be very misleading. A handful of wealthy people can make everyone look richer than they really are at the end of the day when they're skewing these. I always care more about what the typical family looks like than what the average says. The reality is most people are nowhere near financially prepared. So that being said, it's a pretty solvable problem. So the real crisis, like I said, isn't income. Rather, a lot of people assume they just don't earn enough. Sometimes it's true, but for many people, lifestyle keeps growing faster than income. So that's the heart of the problem here. Every raise gets spent before it ever reaches the savings account. That's why budgeting isn't about restrictions. It's about telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went, right? So every dollar has a job. We always emphasize that. So credit cards, right, aren't helping people anymore. So which really, when have they helped people, right? But they're essentially becoming a survival tool, and that's very dangerous. Borrowing money to buy groceries, paying utilities, or cover emergencies creates a cycle that's very hard to escape. It's like a hamster wheel. Interest keeps working against you instead of for you. So unless you have like a lump sum of money you can just throw at it to pay it off at the end of every month, you're going to fall into this trap. So if you want financial peace, consumer debt has to become the enemy, like number one. All right. So why does the emergency fund matter? Why does Dave Ramsey's plan say to save that before ever paying off debt? Well, life is going to happen, right? Cars breaks, roof leaks, medical bills show up, jobs change, emergencies aren't emergencies because they're rare, right? They're emergencies because we never know when they'll happen. So that's why your first goal isn't investing, rather it's building that enough cash to like so emergencies stay as inconveniences instead of financial disasters, right? So you can focus more on paying off your debt or investing, whatever the case might be. Stop borrowing from your future. So this 401k trap that a lot of people are going after right now, borrowing against their 401k, it's not doing you any good because you're losing out on a lot of market potential gains and things of that nature. But too many people are draining retirement accounts just to survive today. Think about what that really means, right? You're stealing from the person you'll be in 20 or 30 years from now, much older, ready to retire type of person, right? The future you deserves better than that, and protect your retirement at all costs. So I've made a lot of young, stupid mistakes, in my early 20s. And, I, towards my late 20s, I look back at my old self and I said, damn, if only I had been a little more disciplined, I could avoid a lot of the problems I ended up facing later on. So, always treat your future self good and keep them in mind always. All right. So wealth isn't built by big moments, right? This kind of ties into my last video where we were talking about getting rich overnight, or get rich quick schemes aren't the way to go. It's built rather by ordinary decisions repeated over for decades. So you have to stay consistent. Consistency beats the intensity of your wealth building. So small investments made every month add up. I don't care if it's just $100 a month or maybe even $10 a month, right? A Netflix subscription potentially. Eventually, that's going to add up. Your savings will add up. Your investments will add up. Things like that. And before you know it, within a decade, I mean, you're financially prosperous. So, um, so financial freedom isn't usually created overnight for this reason, and it's essentially created slowly. You can ask all the rich people. I believe Dave Ramsey in, interviewed about 90% of them, and this is pretty much the answer they give them. So slow and steady wins the race. If your employer matches your retirement, that's free money. Don't leave that on the table. Try to max out your 401k or take advantage of the full contribution they offer you. You don't have to necessarily max it out, but if they're giving you, a 4% match on your investments, then it's probably a good idea to start investing like 5% into your 401k from your check. You want to always automate everything. Don't rely on motivation. It's kind of like that friction, or that 80% emotion and 20% head knowledge when it comes to money. You want to create as least friction as possible because if things just happen in the background, like you have auto pay for your subscriptions, why don't you have auto pay for your investments in your future? It only makes sense, right? You don't have to think about it. It just comes out on its own. And next thing you know, you have a whole pile of cash you never knew even existed. So it's mainly there to just ignore and forget about it. And, when the time comes for retirement, you pretty much have something and you're not relying on the good old phrase, social insecurities. So there you go. So you definitely want to pay attention to the little leaks. Most people become broke, not because of one huge purchase, it's a dozen of small decisions, and food is probably the biggest contributor to this for a lot of people, a lot of you. So essentially monthly subscriptions, they add up, eating out constantly, financing things you don't need, lifestyle upgrades because your income increases, oh, I have to get, I just bought the 2024 whatever Ford Raptor or whatever the case might be. I need the new 2026 one now. Just because, I'm making more money now. You want to leave that trap. You want to live below your means by all means necessary. So small leaks sink big ships at the end of the day. So you need to build your wealth slowly. Again, you don't need to chase the newest investments, like we talked about in the last video, the SpaceX and things of that nature. Don't gamble. Again, you don't need to get lucky to be rich. That's a huge myth. You need discipline, invest consistently, and stay invested. So just let time do the heavy lifting, and you want to make this as seamless as possible. All right, so a couple of things here. Comparison is very dangerous. Keeping up with the Joneses, whatever the case might be, like who cares about that? So stop comparing yourself to these unrealistic people on social media. You have no idea what their lives are behind that screen. You don't know their debt, you don't know their payments, you don't know, their stresses on day to day. Compare yourself to who you were last year. Like I can't tell you, I can't stress how important that is. That literally changed my life. I learned this probably mid 20s, so I was, essentially just starting to compare myself to myself, who I was. Next thing you know, like, I kept making improvements, growth, and things of that nature. And it just so happened that, I outpaced my peers. And that wasn't even in my intention. I just kept building on myself because everyone else is focused on others rather than themselves. So don't, you got to be the outlier that only focuses on improvement and getting better at every single time. So the wealth gap is growing. So we heard this a lot, right? And there's a couple of reasons why it's happening, but let's break it down real quick. People who save and invest consistently keep moving ahead. So this just ties into what I just said, right? You have to be the outlier. People who rely on debt keep falling behind, right? And the gap gets wider every year. And the good news is you still get to choose which side of that you're going to be on. I mean, it's just as simple as that. So this is honestly why I believe the true wealth gap is increasing. The rich people are just doing smarter things, and the rest of the people are just trying to get rich overnight and not wanting to build the discipline and do the boring thing, which is invest slowly. They want to invest in, Bitcoin or the next single stock that'll shoot up the next day. Rich people do not think this way. They are essentially very patient, and their discipline is what mostly led to their success. And I want that for you guys. So definitely start building these new habits or good habits early on, and you'll start to see your finances improve. All right. So what are you going to do? Practicality, right? Make a written monthly budget. That never changes. Each dollar has to have an assignment, right? Cut the unnecessary spending, right? Build an emergency fund first and foremost, and then pay off your consumer debt aggressively. Like I'm talking about smallest debt to largest debt. Just pay it off in a lump sum. Trust me, if you just pay little here and there, you're going to fall behind and you're going to get lazy and you're not going to want to do it. Rather save as much as you can and pay off that first debt. And once you pay off that first small debt, you'll start to build your momentum up to tackle on the bigger debts. You'll see how, how good it feels to pay it off. So invest consistently thereafter, increase savings every time your income increases, not the other way around, and live below your means by all means possible. Avoid lifestyle inflation at the end of the day. All right. So key takeaways: don't wait until everything is perfect. Life is never perfect. Don't wait for a bigger paycheck. Don't wait until next year. Start with what you have right now. Even if it's one small amount, financial freedom doesn't happen because of one massive decision. It happens because of thousand small decisions that are repeated over time and, essentially will build for you. So yeah, if you got value out of this video, as always, leave me a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and hit that bell notification so you can stay up to date with all of my posts. And let me know what's the biggest financial habit you're working on right now. And I'll look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Peace.
So, do you have a minute to connect? Let's Minnect. That's right, guys. I'm officially on Minnect now. You guys can go ahead and book me. I will be offering financial as well as career coaching based off of the Dave Ramsey principles, of course. So yeah, feel free to contact me, connect with me on Minnect, and I look forward to speaking with each and every single one of you.